You know what actually annoys me? This obsession with the word NLU. Like coaching wale, they will literally make you feel that if you don't get an NLU, bas, life खत्म. और ऊपर से जब तुम क्लैट की प्रिपरेशन कर रहे होते हो तब तुम बिलीव भी कर लेते हो बिकॉज मैं भी करती थी बिकॉज एवरी टॉपर वीडियो एवरी एडवर्टीजमेंट एवरी AIR इंटरव्यू एवरीथिंग इज NLU 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 and don't get me wrong, if you are getting into tier 1 and tier 2, then that's amazing, that's genuinely amazing. Hi, I am Shreya. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video is not an NLU versus non-NLU debate. I am not here to make non-NLU students feel better. I am not here to make NLU students feel guilty. I'm just going to tell you what I have seen. Some of you will agree, some of you will be offended, and that's okay. This video is based on personal experience, and everyone's experience is completely different in this industry. So before making any conclusion, please check the fact. So let's start. I'll say something that a lot of non-NLU students don't like hearing. If someone offered me admission into one of the top NLUs today, purely for academics, I would seriously think about it. Why? Because from everything I have seen and everyone I have spoken to, the academic culture in many top NLUs are genuinely strong. Like better discussions, better research culture, better peer group, better exposure to serious academic work. And I don't think admitting that makes me insecure. It just makes me honest. But here is where I think everyone loses the plot. The biggest lie. Somehow we turn top NLUs are excellent into every NLU is automatically better than every other law college. Those are two completely different statements, and I don't think enough people talk about that. Sometimes I genuinely think coaching culture deserves some blame here. Like, think about it. For 2 years, your entire life becomes AIR, mock test, cutoffs, NLUs, NLU, NLU. Every poster says 500 selections, AIR 3, AIR 11. Nobody is making posters saying our student became an excellent lawyer after 10 years because obviously that's not what they are selling. They are selling an entrance exam, and there is nothing wrong with that. That's literally their business. The problem starts when we begin believing that clearing CLAT and becoming a good lawyers are exactly the same thing. They are not. Now, let me annoy another group of people, these super expensive XYZ colleges. And you think कि इतनी fee है तो education level भी बहुत ही top notch होगा. But then you actually talk to students, not influencers, not admission counselors, actual students, and sometimes the stories are completely different. I have friends studying in expensive law schools. Some of them are genuinely happy, some of them are not. They tell me classes are not great. Placements did not match what they expected. They still have to study most things on their own. And when I hear that, I don't think those universities are bad. I think, why is education becoming so expensive the quality does not always keep up? That's the real question. If you are choosing a college, please don't fall in love with brochures. Don't fall in love with rankings. Fall in love with the reality of the college. Call seniors, talk to alumni, ask uncomfortable questions. That's how you choose a college, not by watching a drone shot of the campus on YouTube. Okay, enough about colleges. Let me tell you what happened when I actually started interning, because that's where my entire perspective changed. You know what completely changed my opinion? Internships. Because till then I honestly thought college के नाम पे सब कुछ हो जाता है. फिर internship शुरू हुई और then reality checks. I still remember first few litigation internship I had. I was nervous. Like I thought somebody would ask कि आप कौन से college से हो, what's your CGPA, AIR rank कितनी थी. You know what they actually asked me? That can you find this judgment? That's it. Not my college, not my all India rank. Just that, can you do the work? This is litigation. And that was honestly one of the biggest surprises of law school. In litigation, your work starts speaking much faster than your college. If you are good at research, seniors remember. If you draw well, people will remember you. If you disappear every alternate day, trust me, people will definitely remember you. Nobody has time to babysit interns. If you are useful, you are useful. If you are not, there is another intern waiting outside. Now, before somebody comments कि आप तो litigation की बात कर रहे हो, corporate अलग होता है. Yes, corporate is different, and pretending otherwise would be dishonest. I sent cold emails, a lot of cold emails, so many that my Gmail probably thought I was running a startup. Most never got a reply. Some replied after months, some probably still think about replying. Eventually opportunities come, but not because I suddenly discovered some magical email format. My profile became stronger, and I knew more people. Networking helped, that's the truth. A good college can absolutely help your CV get noticed, and I don't think we should deny that. But getting shortlisted and surviving after getting shortlisted are two completely different things. Okay, time for my most controversial opinion. LinkedIn. Yeah, law students have turned LinkedIn into Instagram with blazers. Every post starts with I am delighted, I am honored, I am humbled. भाई ठीक है. Listen, if posting genuinely helps you, keep posting. I'm not against LinkedIn. I have LinkedIn. It is useful. I have found opportunities there, but don't confuse looking productive with becoming productive. Spending 2 hours designing the perfect internship post won't make you a better lawyer. Spending 2 hours understanding a Supreme Court judgment probably will. And this brings me to something I learned a little late. I used to think internships were everything. The more names on my CV, the better I am. But somewhere along the way, I realized if my legal fundamentals are weak, none of that matters, bro. Because one day someone is going to hand me a file, not ask for my LinkedIn profile, not ask how many certificates I have. They'll ask what's the law, and that answer won't come from a certificate. It will come from years of reading judgments and everything. And actually understanding the law, which brings me to the biggest lesson law school taught me. And honestly, I wish someone had told me this in first year. If I could go back, not to CLAT phase, not to school phase, just to my first day of law school, I would tell myself one thing, that stop running. I know it's a rat race because I think we all are running after internships, certificates, LinkedIn posts, college names, brands, and somewhere in between, we forget why we came to law school in the first place. Academics. Whenever someone says marks don't matter, was internship kar lo, sorry, I don't buy that. I just don't. I'm not saying you need a perfect CGPA. I'm saying you should actually know the law. Sit with a provision for 30 minutes if you have to, because that's how legal thinking develops, not one night before the exam. So now let me tell you the biggest mistake I made. I compared myself with everyone. This person got into NLU, that person got a tier 1 internship, someone else published 3 papers, another person was speaking at conferences and social media. This only made it worse because nobody posts today I got rejected, today I did not understand a judgment, today I made a drafting mistake. We only post highlights, never behind the scenes. The truth. And after everything, after law school, after internships, after talking to people from every kind of colleges, here is what I genuinely believe. Your college matters. It does. Anyone saying it does not is lying. But it matters far less than people think. And your habits matter more than people think or realize. Because after 5 years, nobody is hiring you because you cleared XYZ paper. They are hiring you because you can solve problems. You can think, you can draft, you can argue, you can communicate, you can earn trust. You know, when I entered law school, I thought becoming a lawyer means getting into the right college. But today, I think becoming a lawyer means becoming someone people can rely on. Someone who reads, who keeps learning, who admits when they are wrong, whose work speaks before they do. That's the lawyer I want to become. And honestly, I don't think any college can hand you that. You build it every single day by yourself. If you are watching this and you are feeling anxious because you are not in your dream college, don't let that become your identity. And if you are in your dream college, don't let that become your entire personality either. Now, I want to know your story. Are you from an NLU or private law school or another government law college? And what's one thing about law school that nobody warned you about? I genuinely read the comments and I want this to be a conversation, not a college war. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you and stay connected with me in my journey of being a lawyer.